So you want to make some money in crypto, huh? Well, I got the right guy with the right wife beater to tell you all about it. Let's do it. This is just a gimmick. And I just want to say, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not a crypto professional or expert by any means, right? I'm just a peanut brain. I'm just a dude with a peanut brain that's been around the block. I've been around in crypto since 2017. If you don't believe me, check this out.
That's used behind it. It's called blockchain. Now, the technology behind Bitcoin, which is the blockchain technology, that's the thing that's going to change the world.
Yes, that was me. That was me telling everyone to buy because this is going to change the world. This was before COVID. This was before anything happened. That was crazy. If you told the world back in 2017 that this imaginary crypto Ponzi coin would go up 1,000,000+%, then everyone would have been calling you crazy. But that's just me, right? I'm crazy. But do you want to be right or do you want to make money? Do you want to be right or do you want to make money? So the first thing I want you to do is erase everything from your mind that has to do with crypto, anything at all. Because it's better to just start a blank slate, because some of you might have made some money or lost some money. If you've made some money, congratulations. If you've lost your money, you've got wrecked, and there are ways to not get wrecked. So what I want to do in this video, and I want to create more videos after this one, so kind of run like a little 10 episode by 10 minute video bootcamp. And I basically want to share everything that's in my mind and put it out to the ether. Because it's not that I want to do this, I really couldn't be bothered. Like I'm doing it on my own right now. But I had an epiphany or a moment of clarity, or, I don't know, God spoke to me, if you will. And I think it's unfair for me to keep this information for myself. So I want to share it with everyone. Most people won't hear it. And if they do hear it, they won't put the action and the work involved to kind of make it all work and create wealth. But that doesn't matter. If I can put money back into the pockets of just one or two people, then I've done my job. And we're living in crazy times at the moment. And I know it's been on repeat since 2020, but I think 2020 was a very pivotal year that kind of kicked a lot of things off for the future. And I do think that the wealth gap is going to keep getting bigger. The rich will keep getting richer. The poor will keep getting poorer. And a lot of people will be more reliant on handouts from the government and will basically be a slave. I mean, there's no other way to put it, right? How long? It's very hard to predict these kinds of things, but I think 2030 is a pretty good barometer, a pretty good target that we have in mind. We still have a few years left in crypto where you can kind of squeeze that lemon and get all the lemon juice out, or whatever's left of the lemon. Of course, we've seen a lot of gains, but I think we're kind of in the middle of this next bull cycle, and I think there's still going to be a lot of gains to be had. So the thing is, you just need to play it right. There's a right way to play this, and there's a wrong way to play this. And there's a lot of crypto influencers out there. There's a lot of crypto coins. There's over 10,000, if not 20,000 crypto coins out there. There's a lot of exchanges where if you put your money on, there's a risk of it going to zero and being hacked, which has happened to a lot of my friends. I've had friends who've lost upwards of $1 million just by leaving it in a exchange like a CoinSpot or a Binance, right? Those ones are still good, by the way. But FTX and Celsius, 3 Arrows Capital, BlockFi, all of them. So one thing you need to understand is when you buy crypto on this kind of exchange, you got to think of it as like a toilet, a public toilet, right? So you go in, you do your business, you buy your coins, you sell your coins, and you get the money out, right? So you don't just leave your money hanging in a toilet, right? I mean, who does that? So where am I going with this? I think there's a few years left to really create wealth. Yes, it is possible. I've seen it work. I've seen many people pretty much retire just by spending time and effort and energy in the crypto market. They've pretty much retired. They've got 50 times their annual salary that they've created by clicking buttons on a computer, betting that the price of an imaginary Ponzi coin on the internet is going to go up or down. You can make money on the way up and the way down. And they've basically retired. So it is possible. This is probably the easiest way for the average Joe Schmuck to make it in their life. And when I say make it, that's a different definition for whoever it is. Everyone has their different definition of what it means to make it, so to speak. But timing is very critical. And there's only a few years left to utilize this opportunity. So if I can take what's in my head, give it to you, put it out in the ether, so you can do something with it and create something in your life. Maybe you want to buy a new car. Maybe you want to buy a house. Maybe you want to set up for your family in the future. Whatever it is, money, we need money. And in the times that we live in today, rental crisis, housing crisis, cost of living crisis, inflation. We're getting from all angles, and people don't know what to do about it. They say that the inflation rate at its highest peak in the last 2 years was, I don't know, 7 or 8%. That's a fucking lie. You got to double or even triple that number, right? And do you think that your annual salary, your bonuses, your salary that you get from work, you think that's going to cover you when it's only going up by 1, 2, 3%? Hell no. Everyone's falling behind. The hurdle rate is at about 15%. So if you're not making more than 15% of your annual salary per year, you're falling behind. And like Tate said, we're going to have the have-nots and the have-yots. The rich are just going to get even more incredibly rich, and the middle class and the lower class are going to just combine, and it's just going to be the lower class. I can see this happening. There's so much evidence for it to happen, right? And you could disagree with me. You could say I'm crazy, conspiracy theorist. I don't give a f***. They locked us in our homes for 2 years over a flu. I'm not going to get into that, but what I'm trying to say is this is the time. You have to seize the opportunity. I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make it drink. So I guess I'm trying to lead the horse to the water right now, right? So you're looking at me in a wife beater. I'm trying to tell you all this crazy shit. I understand it's all crazy. It's all crazy. But this is the world we live in. This is 2024. This is the 2020s, right? We might even have a repeat of the roaring 20s in the 1920s. If you don't know what happened there, you better do a Google search or ask ChatGPT to tell you exactly what happened, because it might be repeating again, right? They say history doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. So when you look at the charts, you can actually see a pattern, a trend. And I don't care what anyone says, you show me the money, I'll show you the incentive, right? So the financial system, if you go back in history, it can explain to you exactly what has happened throughout history and predicted it to a T. There's a thing called smart money, right? And if you're an insider, if you're someone that knows what's going on in the global financial system, we're talking geopolitics and the whole banking system. If you're one of those guys that's inside and has insider knowledge, you're going to leave clues for the rest of us and show us what you're doing with your money to protect yourself and your friends. So I want you to understand the game is rigged. Everything is rigged about the system, the world that we live in today. The banking system, the money, the school system, the medical system, it's all it's all and it's leading to a massive reset. You could call it the Great Reset, right? The guys at the World Economic Forum are having their little Davos meeting right now. And they're doing their master plans to see what the world is going to look like in a AI and smart city, 15-minute city environment with, you know, universal basic income, and you have your central bank digital currency that's linked to your social score. The world that we're heading into is scary. It's scary if you're not prepared, because this is it, right? You either make the wealth now and live comfortably for the rest of your life, or you fall into that lower bracket of society where you're reliant on the government, you're reliant on someone else. This is the time. When you look at those charts of the prices and the candlesticks, the green and the red candlesticks where it goes up and down, and just, you know, you look at it and you get a headache straight away. What that is showing us is human emotion plotted on a chart against time. So you got time, you got price. And if you analyze that, and if you study technical analysis, which I'm not an expert by any means, but I do have a basic and fundamental knowledge of technical analysis, and it's very important. It's something that I'll be covering in the bootcamp as well. With technical analysis, you can predict more often than not, if you have a basic or fundamental understanding of it, remember, you can predict where the moves might go. And we'll get into it later, but know that this is a game. Essentially, all it is a big giant game, but there's real money involved. And there's a lot of speculation involved. And that's good. That's what you want. You want the speculation. You want things going up 10x. And unfortunately, if it does go up 10x, there's a chance that it could go down 99% as well. And you could lose everything. It's all possible, right? But I'd rather be playing in this land than stock market land. Stock market land is just incredibly boring. And it's also part of the fiat monetary system. You want to play outside of that. Crypto allows you to do that. You can also own gold and silver, which takes you out of that monetary system. Because remember, this monetary system is on its last legs. By 2030, most likely we'll have a new monetary system based on something else, based most likely on those central bank digital currencies, which is the same shitty system, except it's just packaged in a way and it's sold to the public where they market it as if it's this new and incredible financial system that's gonna make everything okay and it's gonna cure all the cancer in the world. And that's a trap. Don't fall for that stuff. And they will probably invoke something will happen where there'll be a massive crisis where they can then use that opportunity to implement their new system. All you got to know is crypto is a game. And in order to get better at the game, you need to put more hours and dedication and energy towards the game. It's like with anything else, right? Have you done your 10,000 hours? You know, it's the greatest game ever created because it's natural and it's grassroots. I have a PS5. I don't touch that shit. I'm in crypto all day and night, baby. I don't need PS5. Yeah, I like God of War and I played the Hogwarts game. It was nice. But this shit's making me money, baby. And the way it's going, we need money. Money isn't everything. But I'll put it up there with oxygen, right? And no, it's not going to make you happy. If you have a hole in your heart that you think money will make better, make whole, it's not. And I'm still learning. I'm always a student of the game, but I think I've been in it long enough to start sharing these ideas because I think they work. And I want to share that. I want to at least make an attempt to share that with everyone and take everyone along with me because in this crypto market, everyone can eat. It's unlike anything else, right? But the thing is, there's only a limited amount of time where we can utilize this opportunity to do it. So let's do it, baby.